Well, education reform advocate Jeanne Allen now has worked with Betsy DeVos and supported her nomination, supports her going to that cabinet post, which is a good thing because she is going to that cabinet post. But, Jeanne, I'm always wondering when I see and hear about these delays and the dust-up that Steve Mnuchin is getting at Treasury about his investments and when he acknowledged and what, that this is not necessarily about the individual cabinet appointee, but about slowing the Trump momentum, confusing, delaying it. What do you think?
And trying to weaken a really critical agenda. You're absolutely right. This was not about Betsy DeVos. This was about a vested interest group, supporters of the status quo, who are just going postal over the fact that there's someone who advances and advocates school choice that really may put some meat on the bones of Donald Trump's proposal to put $20 billion in school choice and return power to the states. This is something the education blob has not seen or been able to manage for years. And had Bill Bennett been living in the time of social media, right, we would have seen the same outcry. But he wasn't. This is today. That was then. And now we can look forward to some bold changes, hopefully, if she stacks her team with people who know how to deal with the belly of the beast.
But, you know, if you think about it, Jeanne, she's going to be running a bureaucracy populated by the beast. I don't mean to disparage the education department, but it was gunned against her from the get-go. And now she's that agency's boss. She's calling into question the wisdom and the need for public education the way it's being done in this country. That's a huge vested cabinet agency interest group that will be loath to any changes, right?
And that has literally hundreds of coalitions, organizations, groups, and unions perched in Washington on a daily basis. Look, that was the outcry you just all talked about. There wasn't an outcry from real American people who wake up every day, the parents of those 15 million kids in poverty. It was the outcry from the people whose livelihood is threatened. And so she's going to have eyes in the back of her head, as my mother used to say. She's going to have to be looking all around, and she's going to have to, and she will, I know, be focused on the right thing to do. And
but she's going to have a team around her, Jeanne. I always wonder how this goes, but a team around her, not a big fan. I was thinking of it when Tillerson last week addressed workers at the State Department. We do know in retrospect that it was workers at the State Department who somehow released the details of that phone call, the hang-up or whatever it was that the president had with the Prime Minister of Australia. It's the only way it could have gotten out, someone at the State Department to leak it. Someone did. So here he is addressing the troops over which he'll have authority, and he's got snakes, you know, in the agency. She will have snakes in the agency. I'm not meaning to disparage the entire agency, but you know they're not going to be open up, let's say, to charter schools. They're not going to be open up to someone who's saying there's got to be a better way to educate our kids. That will not go well.
And some are snakes, and some are just people who really just believe, and more so the point, really just believe government is our friend.
Absolutely.
And they're the ones who issue non-regulatory guidance, and they convince the politicals year after year. By the way, no matter who's been president, this has been an issue.
Absolutely.
That there are people who think they know best, and as they say in Washington, they wait for the summer help, the politicals, to go away. And just being smart and kind and thoughtful is not going to change that. They have to be relentless in looking under every desk.
You know, I always remember someone at the Department of Labor Statistics saying, you know, Neil, the bosses come and go. We're always here. That's how they view it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not good. Jeanne, thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Neil.